What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Market Journey. And today I made a day trade on Zoom and I made a little bit over $300, and I wanted to go through a step-by-step and how I did it. And this strategy has worked pretty well for me. I did make an options day trading video last week. Sadly, on that one, I took a really big loss, one of the biggest losses I've ever taken on a day trade, but that was 100% my fault. I made a mistake that I should have seen coming from a mile away. If you want to go watch that, I'll put the link in this. But anyway, let's get into the day trade. So if you can see here, at 9:54, right at market open, I bought one contract for just over $1,000. So somewhere in here, I bought one contract. And for some weird reason, it was the weirdest thing ever, but the market just absolutely tanked. And it was the weirdest thing ever, but it dropped fast. I'm talking in 25 minutes, SPY dropped from $384 all the way down to $378. And I know that doesn't sound like a big drop, but for an index like the S&P 500, going from up 0.4% to down over 1%, that's a really big move. And with that, I'm talking about every stock in my portfolio literally tanked. So as you can see, Zoom went from being up over 3% at one point, really close to 4%, to being down on the day 1%. So it tanked. And at 11:10, I averaged down and bought another share. After that ridiculous drop in the market, I bought another contract and we averaged down. That's how I like to do my day trades. Put it quick and simple. If you buy one contract at $1,000 and then it drops down to $500 and you buy one more contract, your average price is $750. So instead of having to wait for it to go all the way back to 1,000, now you only have to wait for it to get back to 750. The downfall of that is that you have more equity, so you're putting more money on the line. So it is a little sketchy, but that's why I only use a small percentage of my portfolio to do these trades, because I don't want to risk a significant amount of my portfolio into a day trade, because they are very risky and sometimes they don't go your way. So at this point, I started to see some more uptrends, and this was 11. So I bought one down here somewhere, and then I bought one over here. So I bought two more contracts, brought my average cost way down. I had 3 contracts at the time that I sold, and as you can see, it began trending up until I sold. I sold these contracts at 1:12 p.m. So it's anywhere from here to there. Somewhere in between there is when I sold these contracts. I went ahead and took profits. And like I said, I just made over $300. But there's a couple things that I really want to stress to y'all if y'all want to get into day trading options. Number one, this is not financial advice. I'm not a professional. I'm just sharing my experience. Number two, this is really risky. It is very risky. This is not something that you want to, people call them YOLO plays. You don't want to YOLO this. You don't want to put so much at risk where if it does go bad, you're going to be hurting really bad. Don't put yourself at risk, don't put your bill money into these plays and expect it to go well, because sometimes it doesn't go well, and you want to be in a win-win situation. You always want to be in a win-win situation. And with this, by the time I sold, I had just over $2,000 of equity. But if you look at my account, I have $12,800 in here right now, and I also have another account. So when you think about it, it really isn't that big of a percentage of my portfolio. It's fairly small. It's under 10%. So that's one of the main reasons that I'm able to make these plays at that volume. Also, one of the big reasons that I got into this play, and I've really been watching this one, the 3-month chart for Zoom is down almost 25%, which is a big dip. And like we always say, we want to buy the dip if it's a company you believe in or something like that. And I feel like Zoom, they had this massive spike just because of COVID. As soon as COVID hit, everything went to online. So like schools, colleges, a lot of stuff's online. And even now, like, people went back to school for a little while, and then some schools have reverted back to going to online. And Zoom has been a big part of that movement, and it's helped a lot of schools and institutions. So I think it just got overbought, and it was just at a ridiculous valuation. It went from the $60, $70 range in early 2020 and ended up being, the 52-week high is $588.84, which is absolutely ridiculous growth. So I'm not surprised by this pullback whatsoever. But as you can see, it's starting to show signs that it was bottoming out over here, and it hit this support twice, and then it starts trending up. And now this is a resistance level now. If you can see this dip right here, And this dip is kind of like right in there, but it's trying to show signs of an uptrend. And from over here, it's starting to make new highs, so I think it could continue to start trading up. This is going to be one of the stocks that I'll probably day trade for the next couple weeks. I know that day trading is super risky, but it's really fun. I like doing it, and I'm pretty profitable doing it. I'm pretty good at it. You know, it took a long time for me to get where I'm at with it. At first, I was really bad, but now I'm starting to get the gist of it. And over the last 6 months, I've started to really get the gist of it and really like doing it. And like I said, I've been profitable. I'm keeping my risk low by staying under 10%. So I'm only using 10% or less of my portfolio to do these day trades. That way, if it does go terribly wrong, I'm not going to lose my entire portfolio. We don't do that around here. We got to be smart and calculated with what we do. And that pretty much wraps it up. So a quick $305 on the day. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing daily portfolio updates. If I do day trades, I'll make videos on those as well. Win or lose, I'll show y'all what I did, where I went wrong, where I went right. And I hope to catch y'all in the next video. Peace.